everyone, it's Amy from Lollipolish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with a swatch and review of the Enamoured collection by Zoya, which is our autumn collection. I actually got these very quickly, but as if you've watched any of my other videos recently, I have got very behind with filming content, so I'm sorry that this is very old. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen plenty of reviews, much better reviews than I may do, but I appreciate if you're here to listen to my thoughts on this autumn collection from Zoya. So it's broken down into two boxes, so I'm going to swatch through. I have the Zoya descriptions, which do help me quite a lot if I can have them. And yeah, we'll start, I think, with this box here. So this is the more blue toned box. So they were parcelled up. One was in the blue packaging, one was in the red. So we'll start with this box and we'll work this way along, and I will go through like swatch photos and bottle shots and all of that. Frenchy is the first one, and Zoya describes this as a warm beige pink cream. Perfect description, really loved this, but what I loved more than the colour was the formula. Completely opaque in two coats, and I think I didn't get the wide brushes this time, but I think I've already got the wide brushes in there. Normally what they would do when they would send out the PR is just send you with the normal brushes and then they'd add wide brushes for you to swap into, but I'm pretty sure this time I actually just have the wide brushes in there already. But they got this one got super opaque in two coats, super easy application. I love this colour. Maybe I have too many of them, but I do love this colour a lot. So that's two coats of Frenchy. Next in the box is Precious, and Precious is described as an orchid mauve purple infused with a hint of rose gold microflakies. Again, describes it perfectly, which helps me out a lot. I did like this one. There's been a few that have come out in varying colours where it's this creamy base with the micro flakes in there that have not always been my favourite once I've worn them. I love them in the bottle. I love how they apply, but I think there was a couple of years ago in maybe the spring collection where they did like a blue, what's one called, like Kingfisher or something, a blue and a pink in that with the shimmer, which wasn't my favourite. So although it got opaque in two coats, I just don't know if some Precious is going to be one that I will grab for in the future. But that's two coats of Precious. The next two were surprise favourites for me. So this first one is Eleanor, and Eleanor is described as a dark cinnamon mahogany with a crushed velvet finish. So they do have, both of these have kind of a shimmery, metallic-y shift to them, but I think this one was more, yeah, this one was more purple. So although it says mahogany, when I put it on, it was more like a dark purpley base with the yellow top, which then made it look more of a brown, but actually the base colour is purple. Really liked this, thought it was really unusual, definitely something that I would wear again, and perfectly opaque in two coats. Two coats of Eleanor. Murphy is the ultra dark army green, again with that crushed velvet finish. Loved this one. This was actually the first one that I wore. Me and my children went to go see Shrek the musical in the summer, and I thought this was a beautiful Shrek ogreish green. So as soon as I got the package, I put this one straight on. Love this one a lot. Again, just really unusual, something that I'll definitely wear again. Maybe more of an ugly pretty colour, but very traditional and fits into the autumn theme very, very nicely. So two coats of Murphy. Again, the next two are also similar finishes. The first one is Lennon, and Lennon is a deep Pacific teal with shimmering holographic finish. And oh boy, was the holographic finish very, very much there. I loved the overall finish. You can see in the bottle, when you, especially in the close-up, how much there is the holographic glitters attached to the bottle. So much, it was great. Negative. Both of the next two did take 3 coats to build up to be completely opaque, which I was slightly surprised at because the base colour is so dark. I don't know if where they wanted to really show the glitter that they made the formula a little bit thinner, thinking the glitters will pop through more. It was fine. I don't mind 3 coats, but when I certainly looked at both of them, I was like, 2 coats easy, no problem. But yeah, another great one. Lennon is 3 coats. I always wear one in the video, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. This is Jean. So Jean is described as a rich indigo periwinkle with, again, that same holographic finish. Same comments as Lennon really. It does take 3 coats, which was a bit of a surprise to me. When I looked at this collection, this is one that I was obviously going to like. I kind of looked and was like, yeah, that's an Amy polish. So no surprises here. It's the one that I've chosen to wear, and it is one of my favourites. Just wish it was opaque in two, just to make it perfect. So 3 coats of jean. So now we move on to more of the ready toned box. And there is also 2 more of those holographic finishes that we just talked about with Lennon and Jean. So we will start with that one here, and this one is Venus. Venus is a vibrant and sparkling rose red with the holographic. So kind of the same comments as the other 2. They did take this one, and the other one in this box did take 3 coats to build up to be completely opaque. I really loved it. I love the inclusion of this. I love the colours they brought into it. Overall, we'll talk about that later, but I did really like the colour range for this. It wasn't my favourite, but I certainly did like it a lot, and it looked really great. Would also be really good for Christmas. So 3 coats of Venus. On to some purpley creams in the middle here. So Pamela is a darkened imperial purple cream. I loved this. This was another surprise love when I looked at this collection. I would not be here thinking I'm going to tell you that the purples are one of my favourites, but I love this. It was so deep, so rich, so vibrant, so luxurious. I just loved how it looked and dried. And at this moment when I'm filming this, I've only posted a few on Instagram, and this one got so many comments on it. People saying how much they loved it. It had like a slightly jelly crelly type mixture to it, and that's just how shiny it appears. Sometimes if they're a little bit more squishy, they can be a bit more shiny. So it is a 2 or 3 coater, but I love this. 3 coats of Pamela. Then we move down to Brynlee, and Brynlee is described as a mulberry cream with a hint of magenta. So if you're wondering what they look like together, Pamela is what the one we just talked about, and Brynlee. So you can see they are very much at the opposite ends of the purple spectrum. Out of the 2, you know which one's my favourite. This one was slightly more opaque, definite 2 coater, nice and easy. I think as they're describing it, this mulberry magenta is not my favourite shade of purple. However, it was really nice and pretty, but maybe just not the one for me, especially because there are 3 purple creams to choose from. This might be my least favourite. So 2 coats of Brynlee. Our final purple cream is Vera, and Vera is an enticing bright mulberry cream. Again, I'll show you against Brynlee, or I'll throw it on the floor. Brynlee, so you can see it's definitely much lighter. Again, I just don't think this is for me. I've come to realise the further I've gone on through swatching and collecting polishes that purple just isn't a colour that I have that many of. Specifically this type of mid-tone purple, it is just not always for me. Again, got nice and opaque in 2 coats, great formula. Just not one for me personally. So Vera is 2 coats. So Brianna is the next one, which is a sophisticated toasted pink cream. I'm going to compare this against Frenchy for you, which was the very first one I showed you. So we have got 2 kind of nudie, pinky colours, but they are very, very different. Brianna is much darker. Definitely something they could fit in their kind of naked manicure neutral set. Did like this one a lot. Out of the 2, I definitely preferred Frenchy, but again, really nice formula, 2 coats. The Zoya creams are really great, and for somebody that hasn't really tried the wide brushes too much, I will say the wide brushes help them even more. They were great anyway, but the wide brushes make them even better. So 2 coats of Brianna. Our final one is another holographic, and this is Twinklette, which is hard for me to say for some reason. A glamorous rose gold holographic infused with micro shimmer. So they're saying that as well as the holographic, there is also shimmer in here. So it's a little bit different, I guess, than how they're describing the others. But I would kind of link it in that it looks almost the same as the others. The only thing with this one is I would say this is opaque a little bit quicker. So maybe it's that extra bit of particle they've put in there. This is a 2 or 3 coater. It's really nice. I did have a wedding that I went to at the first weekend of September, and I was very tempted to wear something like this as an accent nail because it's quite classy, clean, fresh, but also a little bit pizzazz and a little bit jazzy at the same time. So more of a 2 or 3 coater. That one was Twinklette. I would love to know what you guys have picked up, what you're thinking of. I loved the collection overall. When I look at this makes me very happy. It's a huge range. The only thing for me, obviously, there was kind of 3 purple creams that I could have probably done without 1 or 2, but I love the mixture. We have the holographics, we have blues, pinks, reds, some greeny mossy colours in the middle with a variety of finishes. So I really did like this collection a lot. I have 3 kind of favourites from the collection that I will grab. So the first one that I spoke about is the one that I'm wearing, which is Jean, and then also Pamela, that purple, and then Murphy, which is the ugly pretty green colour. Those 3 would be my picks and my most unusual, something I don't really have in my collection already, those are my faves. So thank you so much for watching this video. I do apologise that it is later than I really wanted to upload it, but life happened. Leave me all your comments and thoughts down below, and I will see you soon.